and all. Hope you all are doing very well in the new year 2024. And I wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. And on January 3rd, 2024, Reserve Bank of India issued master direction related to commercial paper and non-convertible debentures of original or initial maturity up to 1 year. These directions issued on January 3rd, 2024, of course, but it is applicable from directions are applicable for initial maturity up to 1 year. These directions 2024. Regarding these directions, I want to explain you all, and these directions are issued on January 3rd, 2024. These directions have been issued in exercise of the powers conferred under section 45J, 45K, 45L and 45W of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, read with section 45U of the Act, and of all the powers enabling it in this behalf. This RBI circular master direction issued regarding the commercial paper and non-convertible debentures of original or initial maturity up to 1 year have been reviewed based on market feedback, and the master direction Reserve Bank of India commercial paper and convertible debentures of original or initial maturity up to 1 year directions 2024 are now I have taken as a subject to explain you. Most important points only I will touch, since the circular is having a little bit lengthy. I cannot cover all the points. Some important points I will cover in this circular. And also these directions shall come into force with effect from April 1, 2024. That is most important. Even though circular is issued on January 3rd, 2024, these directions shall come into force with effect from April 1, 2004. Here I want to inform you one thing. In my earlier videos, I have explained about the penal interest is not applicable on January 1st onwards 2024 as per RBI guidelines. But very recently RBI issued one more notification stating that that is deferred from January 1, 2024 to April 1, 2024. So from April 1, 2024, no penal interest should be calculated on loans by the all regulated entities of Reserve Bank of India as per the directions. That for a small change, I want to inform you all. Please note down the date they have changed RBI. And here again we are going for this subject. Before going to discussion, I request you all, please subscribe, like, watch all our videos and share among your friends and colleagues and co-bankers, particularly our YouTube channel Suvarna Chundi, and please watch all our videos whatever so far uploaded in YouTube channel Suvarna Chundi. And also I request you to please read Krishnavedi materials for JIB and CIB. We are publishing the Krishnavedi materials 1994 onwards, and very recently 2018 onwards we are giving the notes for materials for JIB and CIB. Of course, last year 2023 we have made JIB and CIB as per latest new syllabus, and so many bankers are benefited by purchasing our materials and reading and appearing for their examinations. Of course, you all are knowing that our materials are Krishnavedi, JIB and CIB materials. Now, I want to go for this subject. This is applicable, this commercial paper. These directions shall be called Master Direction Reserve Bank of India Commercial Paper and Non-Convertible Debentures of Original or Initial Maturity up to 1 year. Directions 2024. This is most important. These directions shall be applicable to all persons or agencies dealing in commercial paper and or non-convertible debentures of original or initial maturity up to 1 year. This is most important, and the directions will be effective from April 1, 2024. Here some definitions given by Reserve Bank of India. I will tell you simply, all India financial institutions. This includes Export and Import Bank of India, is Export Import Bank of India, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, National Housing Bank, Small Industries Development Bank of India (SIDBI), National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development. These all are all India financial institutions. And bank. Bank means a banking company including a payment bank and a small finance bank as defined in Clause C of Section 5 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949, 10 of 1949, or a regional rural bank, that is RRB, a corresponding new bank or State Bank of India as defined in clauses JA, DA and NC of Section 5 respectively thereof, or a cooperative bank as defined in clause CCI of Section 5 read with Section 56 of the said Act. So these all banks are applicable for this circular. These banks should follow related to commercial paper. And banks already told, all banks, all commercial banks and payment banks, small finance banks and RRBs, regional rural banks, State Bank of India and corresponding new banks, etc., whatever I have already told. And what is body corporate? Body corporate means any entity incorporated by or under any statute for the time being in force, but does not include a cooperative society registered under any law relating to cooperative societies. So body corporate means, this is the explanation. And commercial paper. Commercial paper means an unsecured money market instrument issued in the form of a promissory note. Please note down, this is issued in the form of a promissory note. It is unsecured money market instrument. Most important. Next, in the circular, company. Company means a company as defined in Section 2 in brackets 20 of the Companies Act 2013. That is 18 of 2013. That is the company. Cooperative society. Cooperative society shall have the meaning as assigned to it under clause CCIIA of Section 5 of the Banking Regulation Act 1949 read with Section 56 of the said Act. Next, delivery versus payment. What is delivery versus payment? Delivery versus payment, DVP, means a settlement mechanism which stipulates that transfer of funds from the buyer of securities is made simultaneously with the transfer of securities by the seller of securities. No confusion here. Delivery versus payment. Delivery versus payment, DVP, means a settlement mechanism. It is a settlement mechanism which stipulates a transfer of funds from the buyer and in between buyer and seller. From the buyer of securities is made simultaneously with the transfer of securities by the seller of securities. This is the delivery versus payment. Next, what is depository? As per this, depository shall have the meaning as assigned in Section 2E of the Depositories Act 1996, 22 of 1996. If I am taking again as per that section, what is the given actually means, my video will be very lengthy and I cannot cover all those. That's why whatever given in the circular, those only I am telling. Next, debenture trustee. What is debenture trustee? Debenture trustee means an entity registered with SEBI as debenture trustee under the SEBI Regulations 1993. SEBI Debenture Trustees Regulations 1993. Next, ETP, Electronic Trading Platform. What is Electronic Trading Platform? Electronic Trading Platform or ETP shall have the meaning as assigned in paragraph 2 in bracket 1 in bracket 3 of the Electronic Trading Platforms Reserve Bank of India Directions 2018 dated October 5, 2018 or as modified from time to time, of course, that Reserve Bank of India will tell. Next, Financial Benchmark Administrator, FBA, Financial Benchmark Administrator. Who is the Financial Benchmark Administrator? We'll see that. FBA means a person who controls the creation, operation and administration of financial benchmarks authorized under the Reserve Bank of India Financial Benchmarks Administrators Directions 2023 dated December 28, 2023 as amended from time to time. So many points are there in the banking. It is a ocean. So we have to go for detailed guidelines related. Financial benchmark administrator means Reserve Bank of India issued administrative directions 2023 on December 28, 2023. Those also we have to see for detailed guidelines. But due to time is not permitting, for the purpose of video, I am not explaining now. Of course, in the future videos, I will explain in detail. Next, group entities. What are the group entities? Group entities means an arrangement involving two or more entities related to each other through any of the following relationships. I will tell you the relationships. Two or more each other should have the relationship. Number one, subsidiary parent. What is the definition given in terms of IND AS 110 by AS 21? Next, second one, joint venture, defined in terms of IND AS 28 bar AS 27. Associate, defined in terms of IND AS 28 bar AS 23. Promoter, promotee, as provided in the SEBI Acquisition of Shares and Takeover Regulations 1997 for listed companies. Common brand name or investment in equity shares of 20% and above. Next, infrastructure investment trust. What is infrastructure investment trust? Infrastructure investment trust means a business trust as defined in subclass 1 of class 13A of section 2 of the Income Tax Act 1961. As a banker, we also should know about the Income Tax Act 1961 and what are the rules and regulations, and those we should follow it. Next, issuing and paying agent. Issuing and paying agent, IPA, means a scheduled commercial bank undertaking duties and responsibilities specified under paragraph 7A of these directions. Of course, later I will explain you. Next, limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership shall have the meaning as assigned in section 2N of the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, that is 6 of 2009. Next, money market instruments. Money market instruments shall have the meaning as assigned in section 45U in bracket B of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. NBFC, you all know. NBFC means a company as defined in section 45I in bracket F of the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Non-convertible debenture, NCD. Non-convertible debenture means a secured money market instrument with an original or initial maturity up to 1 year. That is NCD. A non-resident. Who is a non-resident? A non-resident shall mean a person resident outside India and shall have the meaning as assigned to it in section 2W of FEMA 1999. FEMA means Foreign Exchange Management Act. You all know that. In that one, 42 of 1999. Next, over-the-counter markets, OTC markets, refers to markets where transactions are undertaken in any manner other than on recognized stock exchanges and shall include those undertaken on electronic trading platforms, ETPs. A promoter shall have the meaning as assigned in section 2 in bracket 69 of the Companies Act 2013. Real Estate Investment Trust, REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust means a business trust as defined in subclass 2 of class 13A of section 2 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Recognized stock exchanges shall have the meaning as assigned in Section 2F of the Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, 42 of 1956. Related parties shall have the same meaning as assigned to it under Indian Accounting Standard IND-AS 24. Related party disclosures or International Accounting Standard IAS 24. Related party disclosures or any other equivalent accounting standards. Resident shall mean a person resident in India and shall have the same meaning as assigned to it in Section 2 in bracket 5 of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, 42 of 1999. Words and expressions used but not defined in these directions shall have the meaning assigned to them in the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Okay, these all are the words used or phrases used in this particular circular. Who are the eligible issuers? Now, perfectly we are coming for either commercial papers or NCDs. Commercial papers and NCDs may be issued by the following entities subject to the condition that all fund-based facilities availed, if any, by the issuer from banks or All India Financial Institutions or NBFCs are classified as standard at the time of issue. Companies means NBFCs including housing finance companies, INVITS and REITs, All India Financial Institutions, any other body corporate with a minimum net worth of, please note down, 100 crores rupees, provided that that body corporate is statutorily permitted to incur debt or issue debt instruments in India, and any other entity specifically permitted by the Reserve Bank of India. Next, cooperative societies. Cooperative societies and limited liability partnerships with a minimum net worth of rupees 100 crores may also issue commercial papers under these directions, subject to the condition that all fund-based facilities availed, if any, by the issuer from banks or AIFIs or NBFCs are classified as standard at the time of issue. Whenever anyone is issuing a commercial paper, at the time of issue, all their advances should be standard. Of course, eligible investors, all residents are eligible to invest in CPs and NCDs. Non-residents are eligible to invest CPs and NCDs to the extent permitted under FEMA 99 or the rules or regulations framed thereunder. Provided that no person, resident or non-resident, can invest in CPs and NCDs issued by related parties either in the primary or through the secondary market. So, I want to conclude this video here, since the video is becoming very lengthy, and the second part, general guidelines and commercial paper, I will cover in the next video of mine. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and if not understand, again you watch this video and clearly understand this, and the commercial paper second part I will release very shortly. Thanking you once and all.